In this video, I wanted to talk about setting goals. It is my first week of the new year. I've been doing this now this is the 53rd week. So I want to talk about setting goals, how you should do it, and things that will help you see progress over time. My name is Mark and I'm here to help you live a better, healthier life. My goal is to help as many people as I can get into shape and improve their quality of life. If this is your first time here and you want to learn more about practical and effective ways to improve your health and fitness, start now by hitting the subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos going forward. And now, without further ado, let's jump right in. Losing weight. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I've been trying to do it for years. Some years have been good, some years have been bad, but over the last few years it has been good to one extent or another. And one of the things I think has really helped with that is setting goals and having goals to work towards. They don't have to be massive, they don't have to be tiny, but they have to be right for you. So I thought, given the success of the past few years, even last year, which was probably not the best of the years I've had, it was still a 30-odd pound, 33-pound loss over the 12-month period. For anybody who's like me, who is starting from a massive weight, as long as you are losing weight week in, week out, month in, month out, and year in, year out, I think you're going in the right direction. But part of that is goals. So, for me today, I wanted to talk about how I set goals, how I work through them, and what I'm thinking about as I'm setting the next year's goals. I know in the last update video, I mentioned a few of the goals I'm likely to have, but I didn't mention why I set them. And the goals I set may well not work for you, but hopefully it'll give you an insight into how I've gone from, massively overweight to just overweight, and going from morbidly obese to obese and still on a downward trajectory. So let me start off by the kind of bigger picture. I always like to think about it longer term. I know that at my weight, I still have got about a third of my weight to lose. It's still about 100 pounds I need to lose. And that is a very big number, almost too big. So it might be fine to say in 5 years' time, I'm going to have lost 100 pounds, but that for me is too big a picture. It's too much weight over too long a period. So I think that a year for me is a long-term goal that I can set, that is realistic, that I can break it down into months, weeks, etc. And it gives me something to aim for. I am not going to shoot myself in the foot or the head if I don't make it, but I need to have a flag stamped somewhere, a line drawn in the sand, whatever it is, whatever terminology you want to use, that says, in a year's time, this is what I'm aiming to have achieved. So for me, I'm not trying to do a crash diet and lose lots of weight very quickly. I am trying to change my lifestyle so that it is healthier. Easier said than done sometimes, but because of that, I set myself a goal of £1 per week, every week, 52 pounds in a year, knowing that some weeks I'll put a little bit on, but knowing that in most weeks I will be losing some, and that's the goal. I also know that 52 pounds is quite a lot. That would get me to my target in 2 and a bit years. I don't think I'm going to do it, but I need a stake in the ground for me. So I think £1 a week is healthy, is fine, and is mostly achievable. Now, whether I achieve it every single week is another matter, but I think that 52 pounds over the year is my long-term goal. It is a long enough period that I'm thinking longer term, but it's also short enough that I'm not thinking multiple years ahead. So when you're setting your goals, try not to think about this week or next month. Think about something a bit longer. It might be 6 months, it might be a year, It's entirely up to you, but try and set your goals so that they are longer and you have a run to get to them. I think most people find that those are actually goals that are more achievable than not. The second thing is take it slow. I have seen friends, do this so often where they go on a crash mental diet and they lose a shed load of weight. And you sit there and go, wow, how much have you lost this month? That is absolutely amazing. But the studies show and statistics show that most of those people who lose a significant amount of weight quickly tend to put it back on in the longer term. And that's one of those things that I've done the yo-yo dieting piece where I've crash dieted and lost a shed load of weight. And then I've slowly put it back on as I've not stuck to that unrealistic diet for longer than it took me to lose the weight. And as I've said many times before, if you're doing it to get into a smaller suit or smaller dress to go to a wedding or something, then maybe. But longer term, changing your lifestyle will have much more of an impact, a long-term impact on you. So take it slow. Do not say to yourself that I'm going to lose 20 pounds this week. This month might be slightly more realistic, but don't say to yourself, I'm just going to lose all this weight. Because if you lose it quickly, you are likely to put it back on over the long term. So set your goals long term, but take it slowly. Don't say to yourself, I'm going to lose 10 pounds per week for the next 4 weeks. Because even if you did that and didn't die, you probably would end up putting it back on again, because what you've done to lose that weight is not consistent and maintainable in the longer term. It's a crash diet. It's something extreme, but set your goals so that they are slow, they are realistic, and you can get there. The third thing for me is set small goals. I may have a goal for in a year's time of losing 52 pounds, but my shorter term goals are smaller. So some of my goals are to lose £1 a week. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm happy with neutral, because as long as I am overall doing £1 a week, I know that by the end of the year, I will have lost, like last year, 30 odd pounds, which is still a lot of weight. It might not have been my actual goal of 52, but it is still a lot of weight to lose year in, year out. So, small goals. £1 a week, every week. That's a small goal. To go from a 2XL shirt to an XL shirt. I'm not that far off, but it is one of those things that will make me smile. When I get back to the UK and I can actually go and shop in a normal shop, not just, a shop that has slightly bigger sizes. It was a massive step going from online big man stores to being able to shop in a supermarket to get holiday t-shirts. It'll be even more of a step when I actually can go into a normal shop and buy t-shirts. I'm a long way from buying jeans, because jeans seem to come in even smaller sizes. So still a long way from that, but it's a small, realistic goal that I can get to. It is one of those things that all of those little goals, now it might be to use less air when you're scuba diving. It might be to be able to do a little bit more weight in the gym. It might be, it doesn't matter what it is, but set those little goals that you go to. And it's one of those things that one of my goals I've had for many years, and it's been unrealistic for years, but it's becoming a small achievable goal, is being able to buy myself a proper walking jacket to go walking. I know that sounds really daft, but it's those little goals that you can actually achieve, and you can actually get a visual reference for having done it. That smaller pair of jeans, that smaller t-shirt, buying something in a normal shop rather than a big man shop. These are all things that are small, achievable, make you smile, something chronic because you've got there, give you that boost to keep going, and make it all worthwhile, because it is one of those things that if you just set big goals, it will take you a long time to get there. It'll be demoralizing at points because you will go slightly up and down, but as long as your trend is going down, you will get there. But when they're big and far away, it feels like a chore rather than a journey. Setting small little goals will keep you going on your journey and keep you far more positive than seeing just the end goal you're trying to get to. As always, if you're enjoying this, please do smash the like button. It helps get these videos out there to hopefully help more people who are in the same or similar position to me. So moving on to the next one for me, which is number 4. You can't see how far you've come if you haven't tracked your progress. Now, I'm not saying you need to do anything as daft as this with sharing it with the world. This is just my way of holding myself accountable because I'm really bad at doing it on my own. But whether it's a journal, whether it's even better, pictures of your progress to date, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Be honest with yourself. Nobody else needs to see it. It doesn't need to be for your mum, dad, partner, whatever. It is for you. But if you don't track how well you're doing on your journey, you aren't going to do very well on the long run. So track your progress. Don't get obsessed like I have done in the past and start jumping on the scale, once or twice a day. Don't worry about the day bit, but worry about the week, worry about the month. Plan for that. Do it at the same time of day, after the same activities. So for me, I tend to do it, when I'm at home. I do it on a Saturday or Sunday morning. I do it as I've got up before I go and walk the dogs. And I just jump on the scales, have a look, and it is just the same every time. And that way, it's not the end of the world, it's just a number in terms of weight. But weight is an indicator of how well you're doing. Some weeks I've not done so well, some weeks I've done great, but I know for me that obsessing about it every day is not helpful in the slightest. Your weight is just one indicator of how you're doing. Is your overall fitness doing better because you are actually going to the gym or going for walks or whatever it is? Those are things that really will have an impact on your health and fitness, not just your weight. For me, this is a fitness journey rather than a weight loss journey. A weight loss journey is all about the number. A fitness journey is partly about the number, but also partly about how well I'm doing, the exercises I'm doing, the clothes I fit into. It's not just about the weight. If it was just about the weight, I'd go and inquire about bariatric surgery, and have some gastric band or something. For me, it's about that overall picture that I know I can do better than my old lifestyle, and it's something I'd like everybody else to be able to do. But part of that is tracking how well you're doing, the good and the bad. See where you're getting to. Track the amount of food you're having, track your weight, track your fitness, track it all. You don't need to share it. You don't need to do this, but you do need to know and be honest with yourself so that you can adjust and change your journey over time to make things work for you better. So, number 5 for me, the next one, which is actually adjust your goals. I know that I have got a long-term goal of 52 pounds in a year. I know that I've got a weekly goal of £1 a week. But I also know that some things will change. When I go on holiday, do I want to be worrying about losing £1 a week when actually I want to be able to enjoy my holiday for a week or two without worrying about it? Adjust your plans, adjust your goals as you get through. As you meet a goal, change it for the next time. I know that once I do get into an XL shirt, that won't be enough. I will be changing it to, my goal will be to get into a large shirt. I'm never going to be a small. That's just not going to happen. But when you get to a goal that you've set, that pair of jeans that you can now get into, you change the goal to the next one. Don't have it fixed and tick the box and say, yes, I've done that. I don't need to do anything more. Always be moving those goalposts. It's not like at work or at school where moving goalposts are a bad thing because you never deliver what you're meant to deliver. In weight loss, moving those goalposts is what you need to do unless you've got to your ideal weight. If you are your ideal weight and you're absolutely happy, then that's great, fantastic. The goalposts don't need to move. But I think most people, even when they get to their ideal weight, still have aspirations, still have goals to get fitter, faster, healthier, all those other things. There are always some lifestyle goals to move, and I think moving them is really healthy. So don't be fixed, right? Move them. And if it's taking too long to get to one, when I was at 8XL, if I'd set a goal of being in an XL shirt, it would have been several years away. It would have been too big. Move that goal and say, I want to be in a 7XL shirt by the end of the month, by the end of the year, whatever it is, and move the goalpost. Don't just have it fixed and leave it there, because that way could lead to depression. Have little goals that you can meet often that make you smile, that keep you interested in the weight loss and the fitness journey that you are on, because it will be so much better in the long run. I just speak from experience on this. You know, having set a goal that was too big, you get downhearted, it's a struggle. Whereas if you set small, achievable goals and you keep moving them, then you will be smiling more often. It will keep you invested in your fitness journey, and it will help you succeed over time. So absolutely keep moving with that. One that's not a kind of goal setting thing per se, but when I talked about tracking your progress, one thing I didn't do very much of, and I'm still quite bad at, because despite this, I don't like taking pictures and things, is take some pictures, front, side, back, whatever, partner to help you or in a mirror, doesn't matter. You'll actually notice the difference as you go along. It will make you feel so much better. Even if you have a bad week, if you can look back on the last year's worth of pictures and realize how far you've come, you will realize that although a bad week is annoying, it is a bad week amongst years of good. Worth it. Really, I'm still bad at it, but really is worth it. So those are, for me, how I set my goals for the coming weeks, months and years. It is one of those things that set a big target for a longer term goal and then have it broken down into steps. Things that you can achieve, things that you can see progress from, and makes you smile when you hit them. For me, one of the biggest ones of last year was going from morbidly obese to obese. It sounds so daft, but that made me smile for weeks. It still makes me actually smile. It's a big thing. It took years to get to morbidly obese. It's taking years to get out of morbidly obese. But every year is progress to being, I don't want to say normal. I don't want to ever be normal, but happier with my own weight. And it is one of those things that for me to be happier with my own weight is being able to wear XL clothes and actually buy them off a high street store and actually have a chance of fitting into them, rather than, ooh, what's that size? I should just about be able to fit into, oh no, I can't even do the buttons up. It is all progress. It is all stuff that I want to do, and it makes me smile. And I hope that this has helped give you some ideas in terms of setting your goals and targets for the year. But please remember, although it's good and healthy to have a longer term, bigger goal, you also need those achievable small targets to keep you on the straight and narrow of your fitness journey. Because if you're only chasing that one goal at the end of the year, it's very hard to get a sense of achievement as you go through. So that for me is setting goals for weight loss, particularly as an obese man or woman. It is about setting those goals, taking it in bite-sized chunks as you go along, taking it at a pace that is healthy rather than some crash mad fad diet, and actually changing your lifestyle to achieve what you want to achieve. And that is, for me, setting goals for weight loss. I hope that was useful. It's been useful for me over the years. And if anybody's got any questions or ideas about goal setting, please do leave them in the comments below. And I will see you in the next video.